Yes. Go ahead, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. I had my first QHHT session on 6th July. To give a brief background about me, I am Mani Sundar. I live in Mumbai. At present, I am speaking to you from Singapore. I am basically a banker, and I have worked 30 plus years in a nationalized bank, and then I was in a private bank. I am also an advocate of the Bombay High Court. I have done hypnotism, that is clinical hypnotherapy from California Institute of Hypnosis in India. And I am specialized in taking people to their past lives. And I also learned Akashic records, Reiki, and homeopathy. I have myself seen more than 30 of my past lives, and I have taken hundreds of people to their past lives. So I was introduced to QHHT by
Mama,
Dr. Vijay.
if you need to go to washroom in the midnight, you. Huh?
And
Mama is there. Mama will be there. And I am taking my days and go to that room.
Unmute yourself, sir.
okay, my session was conducted by Jitenji on 6th July. I had a very good past life. I felt that I got connected to the divine very nicely. I had got some messages also. And in my first session, I had two questions. One is the spirituality, how I have come into this path of spirituality, and also healing, and about my health. So I was just looking for the reason for which I have come to spirituality and healing, and also how to improve my health. In this session, the first session I had, it was an amazing session. And I saw myself as a sannyasi. Next slide, please. And I could very clearly see myself and described minute details about that life. I was an orphan and was roaming in the forest, holding a bow and arrow. I never killed any animal. I was trained by a hunter, but I did not use the weapon to kill anybody, and I used it only for self-defense. In the forest, one day, I shoot a tiger as a self-defense, which attacks me, but I heal its wounds by taking the juice of some herbs, and then the tiger wakes up, and then it through its eyes, it expresses gratitude, and it walks into the forest. I also walk behind the tiger, and I go into the forest. Next slide. And I live in a hut or a hermitage. I do meditation, and I was able to describe clearly what was on the wall. There was a Shiva drawing that was on the wall. I was able to describe the fruits lying there. I was able to describe skin of a deer lying down, and then a wooden piece on which I used to keep my hand and meditate and all that. Then when I was asked to go to the important scene of that life, I saw myself walking in a forest, and against me, there was a big elephant coming against on the opposite direction, on which there was an old rishi sitting there. He was very old and having white beard and white hair and all that. And then when he saw me, he stopped the elephant, and he got down from the elephant, and I went nearing my prostrated before him. He touched my head. The moment he touched my head, the entire body started vibrating. Already my legs were heavy, my legs were numb, and I was feeling very cold. But when he touched my head, I was really feeling the lot of vibration. And he told me that you are a divine soul. and your purpose is to heal people. So now you have got all the powers to heal. You have all the powers to advance in spirituality. So he said, you please heal the people and help the humanity. Thereafter, I left. He left that place, and then in the next scene, I saw myself in a hut where a lot of people were sitting outside, and I found all the people in white clothes. Some ladies were there with their children on their lap, and they were all waiting. And one by one, they came near me, and the moment they come near me, I can immediately tell what their problem is, for what they have come, and what is the solution I have to give, and all. When for people having some health problems and all, I told them to drink this tulsi water and all that, and people were healed and they were very happy. And then even the king of that place came, and he came and he bowed before me, and I blessed him. I gave him some red flowers and told him that in the war that is going to come very shortly, he is going to be victorious. And I blessed him and gave him the red flowers. He was very happy and he left. Thereafter, I was asked to go further. Then I saw myself as a very, very old man, and I have stopped eating fruits. I have stopped eating food. I have stopped even taking water. I was sitting inside that hermitage and meditating. Around me, all my disciples were sitting and they were chanting these Veda mantras. And all the people from the village, they had also gathered outside, and they were also doing some japa, whatever they knew, and they were also chanting. And when all these things were happening, suddenly I felt that my Atma has left the body. And my disciples, knowing that I am leaving the body, they were continuing the Veda mantras, and I left the body. And after I left the body, I can go to the next slide. After I left the body, the Atma left the body. The purpose of my life was asked, and it came that my purpose of life was to heal and help people and to progress in spirituality. When it was asked that what was my name in that life, I said people called me Guru Baba. And that Guru Baba, I told 3 times, and I was very, very emotional when I said Guru Baba. I was very emotional and said Guru Baba, Guru Baba, Guru Baba 3 times. It was really, I was feeling very emotional at that time. Next slide. And then when I was really connected to the divine, and when Chitanji asked me that who has come, I saw Lord Ganesha full in color, physically present. He was not very fat. He was thin and he was short. And he came, and then Jitanji asked him to heal me. Then he was scanning my entire body. Then he showed me a white patch, just like an icing on a cake. And he said that this is being actually healed. And then when asked further, he said my kidneys and my bladder is being healed, and it will take some time to heal my heart. But the healing is taking place from the lower limbs, and it is it is moving up. At the time, my limbs were actually, both the legs were totally numb. I was feeling numb. I was feeling shivering. I was feeling cold, and I could feel that it was happening. And there was a lot of pressure on my bladder. So I could feel that the healing is taking place in my bladder. Actually, I forgot to tell Jitanji that 2 months back, I was feeling that the output of my urine has reduced. So I went and had a sonography. I checked with the doctors and all. They said everything is fine. So they said there is nothing to be worried. But I was feeling that the output is less. But on the day, within about 20 or 25 minutes of the session, the pressure on the bladder was so much. So I could feel that the healing is taking place there. So that was a really very good thing. And then the message from Lord Ganesha also said that the QHHT is now known only to a limited number of people. So we should actually spread this far and wide so that all the people are benefited by the healing. And this is the intention of Jitanji also. So therefore, we should spread this far and wide. And then he also said that people should not have any grudge or any revenge or any hatred towards the other people. And we should spread only love, love, and love. And at the end of the session, Mother Dolores came and she said she has a message for Jitanji. And I could not see her, but I could only get the message. And I gave the message to Jitanji. Whatever Mother told, I gave it. And the next slide. And how I felt about the session was, though I have undergone many hypnotic sleep and hypnotic sessions, past lives and all that, this was very special for me because I was totally, whatever I was talking, I was not under control at all. It is as if somebody is giving me the words and my voice had changed and my voice was shaking and it was all flowing, continuously flowing. And whatever Jitanji was suggesting to me that where are you and all that, even before he asked me where are you, I was in that place. Whatever command he is giving or suggestion is giving, before that itself that is happening. So his command or voice is coming subsequent to what I'm seeing there. And it was really amazing. I actually lived as that past life personality, experienced the emotions. My legs were very heavy, becoming numb, whole body vibrating. I was feeling cold, slightly shivering, and my body was even rising up. I could feel that body rising up, and I could tell minute things what I saw in the past life. So what I've not told everything, but everything came and it was much in detail. And some of the scenes came in color. They came in a very, very nice color. It came like a video, it came. And as I said, saw the scenes in advance even before Jitanji gave me the suggestion or command. Next slide. So our gratitude to Mother, to Jitanji and team, and also to Dr. Vijay who introduced me to this, and to all of you who have heard me. And I was given an opportunity to share this, and it was a wonderful session. I thank all of you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. That is indeed a very good experience that you have.
Thank you.
Very good experience. And that's the way you have presented it to the minutest detail is amazing. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, Raviji.
Yeah, I am also telling the same. Very good testimonial, and the presentation that he is explaining, that is showing how much he believed the system and how much deeply he connected. So normally, if I ask any person for giving the testimonial, they'll simply come and they will give the testimonial, right? So the presentation itself is showing how much he believed in that. And Sundarji, I'll tell you one point here.
Yeah.
So you are into clinical hypnotherapy, and you did so many sessions, and you also went by somebody else. I'm also a hypnotist, and so normally in that also will do all this kind of things only. But here, why the people will go this much deep, and how this is possible? I'll tell you one point. There, the person who is coming and who is doing is completely human beings, right?
Correct.
So here, the person is given by the divine, and divine is doing everything. The higher energies are doing everything. That's why sessions are this much perfect, this much powerful, and this much result oriented. So we are just a mediator. In so many sessions also, if any client will come, and when we are doing the session, subconsciously that facing some problem, I only took that person to you, okay, to show this past life or to tell this message. I conscious telling. Okay, you understand that?
Yeah.
So like that. So this is everything is conducted by divine. Just we are a mediator. That's why.
Yeah, that's right. I understood clearly because when I was talking, I was not in control at all. Somebody else is giving all the things, so I could understand that.
Right. So, to understand remaining people,
Yeah.
okay, it should be very important.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And
The most interesting point, you know what? This happened yesterday, right, madam? With Dr. Vijay also, I had a session.
yes, yeah.
Both the sessions, I know. So out of the way, both I have no idea about my lifestyle and how I'm doing and all. They are giving messages to me. That too is very caringly, you know.
Yeah.
So in Dr. Sundar session, like last week, I was so hectic and almost doing 1-2 sessions per day. So this is like morning 5 to evening 11:30. So this is very hectic. And Sundar's session is like weekday, I think, Friday, right?
Yeah,
Then
Thursday.
Mother's
Thursday.
Thursday. Mother's saying
Thursday.
that son, you have to take rest. Okay, that is something like they are like very closely watching me. And second thing is like uh, yesterday in Vijay's session, like saying that you need to eat. That is too much, right, Vijay madam? In your session also.
Yeah, very clearly, Archangel Michael is saying like you need to eat, and he's just doing this. He's going on doing this. You need to eat, and he can feel that there is some kind of a weakness probably which you are not connecting to, but they can feel it. That is why that message came that you need to eat.
So this is like, they're watching, very minute details and they're like with us. That's what we always say, right? They are with us. So this is because if you see the validation for them also. So both of them, they have no idea, right? So, and this is kind of external validation. Someone is talking to them with me. So kind of, yeah.
Yeah, it's loud and clear. The messages are not like, it's not subtle. You have to struggle to decipher. No, it's all very loud, very clear, and there's no doubt about it.
Yeah. And yeah. So anything you want to add, madam? So yesterday's session.
So my session, I didn't have time to. I have to sit and note down everything, but I didn't have a time. So the session was beautiful. Like it did not take much time to get into that space, and I also got a very beautiful lifetime similar to Sundar sir. I saw my lifetime as yogi, and in that space, when I was standing, it was more than going on my life journey. I think that came very little. The major portion of the session was so beautiful. I'm standing on top of a mountain, and I saw Valmiki next to me. He is standing there and giving me a lot of messages. And then we both are standing and looking down into the valley. There are a lot of villages, and it was very beautiful. And then I realized actually, though we are on top of the mountain, our legs are not touching the mountain. We're slightly suspended in the air. And then suddenly from somewhere, Sri Rama came, and Sri Rama was looking so bright. I literally know everything that he was wearing, and there was complete golden light engulfing all of us standing there, and all the three of us are standing like this in a row. And we are looking down at the valley, and we are looking at the people. It is like looking down at Mother Earth. And these divine beings are having a lot of empathy, compassion for the human beings down there. And they're also going through that feeling of, wish there was a way to raise these people's consciousness, how to take care of Mother Earth, because this is their home. And somehow they're not taking care of Mother Earth. And they're so lost in their own woes that, they're not living beyond. They all have a purpose for being here, but somehow they're also confined to the material space. And because of that, being confined to the material space, they're not looking beyond for their true life purpose. And because of which they are, somehow I could feel their concern for people, love for people. I don't know, it was too much of emotions for me standing between these two huge personalities. And watching Mother Earth, and then giving an instruction that it is time for the people who understand it to help raise everybody's consciousness. That was the message that came up, and I simply cannot explain the feeling of standing between them. And then I'm back on Mother Earth, and I see one small temple near a huge river, and I see Lord Anjanya walking out of that place. That is when Archangel Michael's wanted to come in and give message to Jitenji about, taking care of himself. And I don't know, some conversation happened with Lord Hanuman. Like you need to connect, you need to take care of yourself, a lot of things. But what I was speaking to Jitinji, I'll have to ask him. I don't remember all of it. Jitinji, please share the recording, because that bit of my interaction with Hanumanji, I don't remember, but I remember everything being suspended in the air, looking down. What I was seeing was simply superb. I was in a completely different dimension with those divine beings. I don't know from where Valmiki came. I can see him hold those, those thing in his hand. It is like he is waiting for people to take his teachings, because he's put everything in a very simple format for people to read and understand so that they can elevate. So he's holding that thing in his hand and standing next to me. That was like very clear. And I even shared the pictures of
Yeah.
Valmiki and Lord Rama, how I saw them, I shared it with you. So that's the exact same pictures that I saw.
Yeah. And you know what? One of the most important aspect in this process, I got to realize with the Vijay ma'am's like the session is like, yeah, mother is like taught all this, but still this is not a standard process like this happen like this, like this, like this. In Vijay ma'am's session, I what happened, they showed a wonderful session, wonderful experience. Then one of the past lives they didn't show. She forgot. I know she forgot. They never showed. They gave the glimpses of it, because that pain, that's a traumatic life. Okay, it's personal. I don't want to reveal it, please. But they have shared. This is what happened because of this. This situation has come. Then we are doing the healing for it. So they take care, they take care what to show, what not to show, what to explain. So they just gave it as a story. They didn't give the experience of past life again, because
Details.
it's very, very traumatic. They gave the story. Okay, this is what happened to you, and the experience of healing is something you actually felt.
Yeah, I do the skeletal realigning. I'm like thinking now as you're speaking to me, Jitinji, I understand why I went ahead and learned so many alternative medical therapy. And in that, one of the medical therapy that I learned was skeletal restructuring. I don't know why I was so fascinated. I want to learn to restructure all the misalignment of spinal cord, and I've learned it. And today I felt it, Lord Hanuman doing it to me, realigning my skeletal system, because that was the damage probably I was carrying in this physical space, and also in my deep subconscious state. There was some memory which was related to my structural issue, and I saw that alignment happening. And I'm telling you, it was not easy, because after the alignment, usually skeletal restructuring leaves your body with a lot of pain. And yesterday and today, I have been going through very severe pain. But I know that's a nice pain because the restructuring has happened.
Yes, yes.
Okay, yesterday and today I'm struggling to sit or stand. I can feel the pain in my whole body. And this is what happens when we manually do the restructuring also. So I know there is healing happening. So yes, by the way, I got a download of that lifetimes also. After I got off the session, I got the entire download of whatever they did not want to show me during the session, but I got a download later. It was, I mean, understandable. A lot of the puzzle is now complete. So now the healing is happening.
And
And
yeah, someone is
there was a
asking here,
message
right?
for everyone.
Someone asking, right, Rupa, okay. So this is not knowing past life. So what are, like, most of the people, they feel like past is past. This is not past. This is continuous life, right? Where you left, you need to continuing that. Whatever the issues, you actually continuing from that. You need to transform by having that emotion.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, madam. You are the best person to explain it.
No. Okay. So, Rupa's question, many third eye masters mentioned already, masters. Rupa, if people sitting here, one, all of you need to understand there might have been some or the other spiritual lifetimes all of you have gone, because I'm coming from Akashic space and I've seen so many. If you are in this space, it simply means you have had some spiritual, one or multiple spiritual lifetimes already. That is why you're here. You will straight away not, go through from the lower, dimensions. You will straight away not jump there unless there is a blessing or there is a conscious effort to shift from there. And you have made a leap from there by shifting your consciousness completely. Otherwise, our journey is slow because we are still grappling with all the details that is coming into our spaces, which obviously means we have had multiple lifetimes and those memories lie deep down in our subconscious mind. Every time we need something, this gets tapped and come to the surface. So when we say third eye masters or whoever is able to see it, of course we have had lifetimes where the memories are still, it's like, there are different levels within your subconscious mind. Okay. So if it is coming up very easily, which means those are memories, the divine, between the divine and our own soul space, where it is ready to come into activation now. It's just waiting for the moment. So what happens the minute we get into a session, it'll all just leap into our space. Okay. So in some lifetimes we have been masters or gurus or something we have done for all of these knowledge to come to the surface. Otherwise we will not be here. Okay, I hope that answers it. Clear, Jitanji?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because technically, how I understand, you know what? Especially, let's say I have, some 10 years of this Java experience. Obviously, you show that I have this 10 years of experience, and you go for the 11th year and you go for the step up. So you should know what's the best version of yours. Then you're really confident what you're doing. You really know what are you? Know yourself. Sundarji says, and one of the beautiful thing has come, know your truth. That is awesome, That's awesome.
Truth, that is
Awesome.
in my session. Truth
You
came in
said,
my session.
okay, I
Oh,
just
my
missing.
Truth came in my session because when you asked, what should we let the world know? Will you please tell us in one word? It's a truth because now all the questions can be connected to truth. Like, Rupaji has asked, how do we know about our past lifetimes or about masters? Whatever question you're asking, there is some truth that is there inside us. It just needs to come. Now, I want to know more about that. I need to search for that truth. So everything about our existence is knowing the truth, isn't it? So we have to find means and ways to find the truth. The more, thirst we have to find the truth, the sooner you will get to accelerate your soul journey. Yeah. So search for your truth, Rupaji, you will find it. And of course, you have to use all the tools that comes into your space. It's not like, okay, I don't want to do this. No, whatever comes into your space, see if it connects to you. Can I use this tool to know a little more about me, a little more about me, a little more about me? You have to go on that, journey of wanting to know yourself. Divine is very graciously waiting to give it all to you in your space.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess that answers Rupa. I hope Rupa answers your question.
That's okay.
Yes, thank you. So, can we also ask whoever has gone through their sessions one more, experience sharing if
Teju
they
is there
can
today?
do? Maybe Tejashree? Yeah. I think she's there.
Teju, you want to share today? It's up to you if you are really comfortable, or you want to still digest. It's up to you. No,
No, you're not
no.
audible. You will have to change your. Wait a minute. Let me stop.